Lincoln Middle School students learned recently what it is like to be a city planner. A multi-week class project challenged groups of students to design their ideal city, thinking critically about where schools, retail stores, roads, parks, and residential areas should be placed. Teacher Adam Smith.
A lot of the discussion was on fictitious things they would like to have in their city, or things like he had mentioned right at the very beginning about trampolines for sidewalks and things that would make cities a lot more interesting. But then when we kind of got down to, well, what could we really do within our city, they started talking about what they would want, and then the big thing was talking about where they would put it. And kind of our job was to not tell them what they needed to have in there, but we talk about why they were putting those things where they were putting them, and really got them to think about why they were putting it where it was.
Almond Bragg's group was thoughtful in what they included in their city.
Where we should put things, like what would be the best options like for the people of the city, and then like what we should have in the city. Like should we have how many restaurants should we have? Should we have an airport? Should we not have an airport?
The class partnered with both the city and county planning departments as a way to acknowledge City Planning Month and the important work that planning departments do.
We had at least one from the city or county there every single day as an expert that we could ask, or the students could ask questions to, as far as layout. You saw the different colors that were used as far as what different color structures, or what color structure different structures should be, and that sort of thing. So having their expertise there was a great benefit to what we were doing.
The project was integrated into the social studies and art curricula. First, students learned about city design and heard presentations from local planners. Then in art class, they created 2-point perspective drawings on a display board of their city. Callie Slevin explains her city.
I created a city with 3 other people, and we named it Blue Moon, which is the ice cream blue moon.
Students were thoughtful about where they put various key buildings in their city.
We put our school by the library, so for easy access for the school, and then the houses by the school, so that it's safer for kids to get to school.
One group had a jail right next to, I believe, a church, a park, a hospital, and a school. And we talked about, would you really want a jail by those facilities? So instead of redoing everything, they came up with the option of just making it an underground jail, and then it had a tunnel to a police station. So the big conversations were just, well, where should we put these items and why should we put them there?
Maureen Holman's group thought about what community resources would benefit the city's schools.
We have our school by the water because then you can do like science experiments or take field trips there.
The project taught students valuable teamwork skills.
We disagreed on the name probably the most, but then we finally decided on Blue Moon. I guess we all sort of got a block that we got to decide on, and then we got okayed with our group, but we got along pretty well.
Most of the time we agreed, but sometimes like a few things that we didn't know really what to do, like sometimes, like I think it was like the residential area, we really didn't know where to put it at first, but then we figured out that like where to put it, and then the school too was kind of like we didn't know where to put it.
The groups were creative in what they named various landmarks in their community.
Our lake is MMJR for Mindy, Maureen, Jace, and Rosie.
After completing the drawings, the class held an event where they shared their drawings with one another and members of the community. Judges that included city and county planners, county board members, and the City of La Crosse mayor chose the top 4 designs during the event. Bragg's group had the winning design.
I think the reason it was the winning design was because we plotted everything right, and we have like everything, like all the requirements of what we need and more.
Smith hopes that the city design project may influence his students' future career choices.
In the future, this might be one of the career paths they'd like to take. If they like doing this sort of thing, working on teams, creating communities, and developing them, they have a good step forward now as far as the type of things that should be in a community, what kids look for in a community, because a lot of this was the students' thought. It wasn't the adults telling them what we needed to have, but it was the students, and we get to see that from their aspect, and now they know as they move forward what adults are thinking about when they create a community as well.
Bragg learned that a career in city planning would be challenging.
There's a lot of elements that go into it, like where things go, how big they are, what colors you use for them, like what would be the best for the city.